Alright, I don't know if I mentioned in my first vlog, but I said I was going to be starting these type of videos. I don't really know what to say, but literally, I'm so new to this, like, real life content creation stuff. I tried importing my videos, and this video was initially meant to be an upper day, right? But I imported the videos wrong somehow, and literally all the files got corrupted, so we're moving on to lower day, which is low-key my favorite day, let me not lie. And starting out with leg extensions. This is low-key my favorite exercise of the entire leg day. Like, I don't know, it just makes me feel a kind of way, you know. I've been progressing in it good, so, you know. First time recording in a gym, it was low-key kind of scary. I think I took longer than expected, just because I thought, like, everyone was looking at me. For some reason, I don't know. I kept on thinking, like, I'm not big enough to do this, but who cares? But yeah, when recording, I try my best to angle the camera in a way that's not recording anyone else, because that's one of the rules at this gym. But also, like, would you want to be seen in some random teenager's post? Like, no. Hell no. I know some people get really traumatized because online there's videos of people, like, walking through cameras, and then the guy recording gets all mad and shit, and it's like, yo, at Joey Swole, like, come on, it's not that deep. If someone walks through your recording, it's a public space, and you're trying to take this bit of space for yourself. It's greedy. How greedy? Anyway, for that first set of leg extensions, I go 1 or 2 reps in reserve. I always say 1 or 2 reps in reserve because that's what everyone else says, but only ever 1 rep in reserve for me. Like, I feel like 2 reps, 2 reps shy of failure, that's a bit much. And then on the second set, I go to failure because even though it's not optimal and it causes more fatigue, I just think it's more enjoyable. And looking back at these clips, I'm like, yeah, I definitely could have pushed out a final rep. Onto leg curls. This exercise grew on me, I won't lie. In the beginning, I hated it because I had the pads positioned in a way where my calves started to be activated when I used heavy loads. But to combat this, I put the, what do you even call it? The ankle rest, the ankle pad, higher up, so it's more on my leg rather than on my ankle. And I feel with leg curls, I focus more on the squeeze, you know, Sam Sulek type stuff. Moving on to leg press. Today I felt kind of strong. I don't know why. Like, for leg press with this weight, I could only do about 6 reps before, but today I went for like 8. What? There's this like switch in my head, and it like switches on, and suddenly I don't need to like try, but somehow I'm still moving the weight. Doesn't make any sense. Anyway, I just want to shout out some creators who inspire me. Number one, I already mentioned him, Sam Sulek. I mean, even though like the things he says it doesn't adhere to the science-based community and what they're saying, I think he tries hard and he's consistent. And I'm all about that, you know. His values are in the right place, definitely. And he's just a likable person. Some people in this gym content creating space are genuinely like insufferable, and somehow they're famous, but I can't think of anyone off the top of my head, and I don't want to shame anyone, so Elijah Mundy, NTNF, the Unk Nation, the Optimal Unks. They really teach you like, well, they basically teach you everything. The main lesson I learned, I can't speak. The main lesson I learned from Elijah Mundy was to not care. I think it was one of his reels. People were talking about form, and they were getting too bummed down in the specifics. And he was like, who cares? And I was like, yeah, you're right. Who cares? Literally. Anyway, I think a good up-and-coming gym creator, Antoine Sumter, that guy tries really hard. If you watch his clips, he's like going past failure in every single set. And I admire that, bro. Some days I just feel lazy. And, I could never do that. But whenever I watch his videos, I'm like, damn, maybe I should try pumping out more reps, even though it's going to cost more fatigue. Anyway, calves. Back when I started working out, I didn't really train my calves. Because, like, who the hell needs big calves except for bodybuilders? But now that I'm starting to get back into basketball, calves are actually really important for getting that power when jumping and stuff. So, we're training calves. Hopefully they grow. Even if they don't grow, at least I'm getting stronger in calves. That's the only thing I care about. I think the clip before that I was doing SLDLs. Yeah, not gonna lie. Stiff leg deadlifts. Those are a relatively new movement for me. So if the weight looks kind of light, I'm just focusing on my technique. So don't even get on my ass for that. We're moving on to abs. I prefer doing decline crunches like this rather than doing something like leg raises, because you can really start to bend your spine, which activates the abs more, rather than just having your hip flexors contribute to raising your leg. But I don't know how to progressively overload, because I used to do 5 kg plate onto the 10 kg plate, and then it's a massive jump all the way to 20 kg plates, and my gym doesn't have 15 kg, so I don't know what I should do. Maybe I could use dumbbells. That's actually shout. Yo, I'm actually innovative, because like, why didn't I think of using dumbbells? Anyway, this is the last exercise. This angle is crazy. Hold up. Yo. I maxed out this machine pretty much. So I think the thing I'm trying to train is actually my range of motion.
We don't actually know exactly why a stretch stimulates hypertrophy.
Anyway, in one of Elijah Mundy's posts, he said, if you can't use the max wider setting, then I've got weak legs. Hopefully one day I'll get to that number 1 setting, the widest setting. But yeah, that's the end of lower day 1. I mean, nothing too exciting. Just trying to start being consistent with it. If you guys want me to talk about any specific topics or give my opinion on anything, put it down in the comments. Obviously, I'm not qualified to teach you guys anything. I certainly don't have the experience to be telling you guys what to do. Please hit the like button and subscribe. Do people even say that anymore? Anyway, I appreciate y'all.